Before we begin solving a right triangle, first thing we need to do is become familiar with sine, cosine, and tangent and what those numbers represent. So we said it was a ratio of the sides. Sine is always opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, and tangent is always opposite over adjacent. We also said that whenever we set up our ratios, it's always going to be whatever ratio you want, so sine, followed by, usually they use theta, you'll see a lot, which all that represents is the angle measure. So what comes after your sine, cosine, and tangent is always the angle measure. So in this triangle that we have here, the angle that I'm going to be using is the angle that's given to me, which is the 23 degrees. So if I want to figure out sine B, which is opposite over hypotenuse, right now I don't know enough to figure out my hypotenuse length or my side length here because I'm just given one of the sides. We're going to get there, but we're just not there yet. Well, sine B, so angle B has a measure of 23 degrees. So sine 23. This is a number. It's an irrational number. When I put that into my calculator, it's going to give me out an irrational number that's a decimal. Sine 23 is the exact value. So a little bit of review with our calculators here. So I'm going to start with our N-Spires because I know a lot of you have the N-Spires. So the first thing you want to do is go to your settings, because in these calculators you've got two modes when it comes to your trig functions. You've got degree mode and radian mode. Radian mode you are going to be using next year when you learn about the unit circle. You'll understand about radians. But for Math 2 and for right triangle trig, we need it to be in degree mode because we're talking about degrees of an angle. So you're going to go to settings and then document settings. And then right here where it says angle, it's already in degree. Now when you get to Math 2, you would, you would change it to radian, and you would hit select, and then you want to go and make default. But like I said, for right now it's in degree. So check your calculator and make sure it's in degree mode. Another way that you know it's in degree mode, when I go and calculate, so I'm going to go right now to new document and add a calculator. So in the top right corner of your calculator, you see that it says degree. You want to make sure it says that every time. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to type in sine 23. So to get to sine, you've got a button on your calculator that's labeled as trig. You select it, and everything pops up accordingly. So you're going to hit sine, type in 23, and you get this irrational number that's a decimal. So sine 23 is approximately 0.3907. Okay, so use the calculator to find an approximate value to the nearest tenth. I am also going to show you how you can do this on your Desmos as well, but for right now, let's just practice using our N-Spires. So cosine 48, I'm going to type that in. So hit trig, over to cosine, type in 48. So cosine 48 is 0.669. Sine 85. So again, trig, sine 85. 0.996. And then tangent 15. 0.268. So again, these are just irrational numbers. We're going to be using these numbers whenever it comes to solving. But for right now, you just need to be familiar on how to find them.